Hey everybody, come on in. Welcome to Red Squared Audio, where it's kind of proof that good things come in small packages, I guess. We don't, not a super huge production studio, but we turn out a lot of stuff here. We do everything from shooting television shows here. Got our full light rig up here to produce that. Of course, we turn out all kinds of audio. We focus mostly on acoustic music, acoustic country, bluegrass, Americana, folk. We can still do rock and country here too, though, as well. We've got enough room and space to do that, so it's kind of like just enough room with a great atmosphere too. We want to keep everything. We love to keep everything creative, and you know, when you've spent hours and hours and hours in the studio, it's nice to be able to still have those creative juices flowing and not feel like you spent that much time in here. We love to produce what I call commercial sounding mixes. Everybody has their own thing that they're listening for, but you know, our goal at the end of the day, you know, whether it's a top 40, it may be acoustic music, but when you play it right beside of a top 40 pop song, it should sound like it's supposed to be there. It needs to have that commercial quality and feel, and that's what we strive for here. Austin is over here working away on a mix.
Hey.
So he's trying to knock out some work today, but this is our main room. This is the main room that we do most of our work in. Not a big room, but we've come up with some really cool things that have made a small space sound small or sound really big. When we built this studio, every part of it is thought through. Every angle, every corner, everything has a specific purpose in the way that it's set up to do something. So we have this room set up where, of course, we got the divider in here, so we can put multiple people in here. Got several of those. We got this really cool cloud hung up here, so we can make it feel really tight. We can change the angle on that if we need to, and we can take it down, which in this, with the material that's used on the ceiling and the way that it's built in the ceiling, it kind of gives it that 30-foot tall room feel. Lots of air, lots of movement, so we can do that, and even the way and sizes that the room is built in, and whether you're recording this way or this way can determine a lot of that too. So we kind of just built all that into the whole room and really thought that out as we were doing everything. Got our Neumann TLM 67 hanging here. That hangs there all the time because it's used in probably 90% or 99% maybe even of all of our sessions. Drum overheads, vocals, any kind of acoustic instrument. It's great for any purpose there. And then of course you can pair it out with whatever else you want to. We've got the Sennheiser 280 HD 280 Pros. These are great. They're very isolating. They're inexpensive. So, you know, in a studio you need a lot of pairs of these. So everybody's got their favorites that they use for mixing and mastering and different things like that. But just for tracking, these are great. Good flat response. When you wear them, they're comfortable to wear for an extended period of time, and they isolate. That's what you need them to do. So get you some of these if you don't have some already. But we have a couple of really small vocal booths, or could be used for a small instrument like a mandolin or something like that. But you know, just making great use of small spaces, we think that's the best way to go. Behind the airplane, we've got the combination of the drum storage and the pretty cool loft, which actually, the initial design for that whole thing, it's actually a bass trap. So in the design of the building, we built a bass trap into our design, so it doesn't matter where you're setting in the control room. We don't have to have a 4 or 8 foot thick bass trap behind us. We designed the building with the angles and the reflections for that to be the bass trap. So kind of something that's kind of cool, and it's just a cool place to go hang out. So for monitoring, I use the KH120s. Pretty much from the first time I heard them, that's pretty much been my choice of monitor. I was able to first put ears on them at the NAMM show out in Anaheim, California, and I said, wow, you know, you sit down in front of them and you hear it in that kind of environment with just, you know, whatever dB of noise consistently around you. It's almost impossible to hear anything. And when you can sit down in front of two monitors at the NAMM show and say, wow, I'm hearing things in these that I've never heard in anything else. Then when you bring them into your studio environment, it's amazing. For me, it helped me level out the bass issue that we all have. Are we putting enough bass? Are we putting too much bass? You know, when you take it out and play it in your car and all of a sudden, you know, oh man, I didn't realize I was getting there. For a small speaker with no sub, it's all you need. It's fantastic. You know, again, in a small space, small studio area. So great bass response on there. I think even more than that, I think the number one thing that it has helped me be able to instantly recognize and instantly dial in on is I can hear effects much more prevalent in these than I can any other monitor. It's just the separation of everything so much cleaner, so much better across the board. And, you know, that was another struggle with what I was using before, was I would always struggle with effects. You know, you run it up, you say, wow, this reverb's perfect. No, it's really not. You're going to dial it in with these, and you're going to take it away from your studio environment, and you're going to be very pleased with what it sounds like. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today. Had a great time hanging out here with the folks from Neumann and Sennheiser and showing you guys what we use. Always remember, start with good tone, end with good tone. Trust what you hear.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this.